it was such like a life goal for me. Like ever since I started my minimalism journey in 2025, I promised myself that I would get an iPhone. Hey there, my handsome and pretty little Cobras, and welcome back to the Cobra's Nest. For those of you who are new, my name is Mignon Cobra, and I make minimalism videos and money videos. So today's video is a video request from longtime subscriber Dikshaya. She wanted to ask how I budget, and at first I was like, I don't know if I want to post this. I think like money is really personal, and it's like comparison is the thief of joy. So I really don't like making these type of videos. I prefer to give like general advice so that you can apply it to your own life. But I think everyone loves a transparent queen, so I'm gonna share my real numbers. And again, fully want a disclaimer, please take the principle with you. It's not really about the numbers. Like these numbers, they change. Like these numbers were different from my finances last year and the year before that and the year before that, and will probably be different next year. So I kind of just want to like give you some ideas. Like I don't understand the point of personal financing by looking at somebody else's like budgeting tips, but because a subscriber asked for it, then I am more than happy to share. But I just want to disclaimer that I fear judgment. Okay guys, don't judge me on my numbers. They're just my numbers and what works for my lifestyle. So without further ado, let's take a look at my numbers and see what you guys think about my own personal budgeting numbers. Let's get it, let's go. Alright, okay, so I wrote everything down. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Let's get right into the breakdown. So let's go in with my first expense. So those are my business expenses. That's personal and business, so I'm not going to do the breakdown of what it is, but it's like advertising, other miscellaneous administrative things that I need to run. Anyway, that comes in at $300 a month. The next thing that I have is my portion of the rent. So my portion of the rent is $800. So yeah, I rent a 4-story townhouse with my husband, with Will. Honestly, I'm making this video for my Cobra babies. I feel like you and I, we are close, so I can share this with you guys. I don't expect this video will be viewed by anybody who's outside my circle. But anyway, yeah, so Will and I, we got this place. This is 4 stories, which is really nice, and I love it. And you guys have seen the video tour, so it's like 3 bathrooms. We're definitely a lot more north of the GTA, so that I think probably is part of, well, honestly, we did that intentionally. I told Will, like, we have a budget. I don't want high living expenses for no reason, and I also work remotely, so I can live further from the city, which is a big blessing, and I'm so grateful every single day that our living expenses are reasonable because we made that decision. The next one coming in is my phone bill. So my phone bill is $100 a month. That may be expensive for some or cheap for some. The reason my phone bill is like that, so my regular phone bill is just $30 a month. I financed my new iPhone because your girl finally treated herself to a new iPhone. I love the new iPhone. It was such like a life goal for me. Like ever since I started my minimalism journey in 2025, I promised myself that I would get an iPhone once I felt financially secure. Once I had an entire iPhone's worth of stock of Apple, I could buy myself an iPhone. And so I have that now. And so that's why I have an iPhone. And like those milestones just make you so happy. So yes, that's why my phone bill is a little bit, I guess, kind of pricey. But I love my iPhone. Like she's right here. Like she's such a beaut, and we freaking love it. Okay, so coming in terms of like sinking fund. So this is more like on an annual scope. So I have a sinking fund of $1,500, and I have 2 of them to allot for holidays. And this is why I was saying like last year I went on 4 holidays. So you can see that every year changes. That was not my sinking fund last year, but yeah, so this year my sinking fund was, I want to say, oh yeah, so last year how much did I spend on travel? A lot. Let's see, one of my holidays, my Paris trip was $7K. What else did I spend on? I also had the Miami trips. I think I spent over like 10 grand, I want to say, on travel last year. And then this year I reduced it down to only 1.5K twice, so that's 3K, and I haven't even gone on holiday yet. So that's a sinking fund that I have. Travel is really important to me. Yeah, I think travel is like really important, honestly. Like life's too short. So for me and my budgeting, that's a sinking fund that I think is really important, is I allocate that for the entire year, and then whenever I travel or when I travel, that's when I use that money. So I always have that set aside. And then obviously I have taxes, but that's getting a little too personal, so I'm not going to talk about taxes in a budgeting video. But I also, because I run my own business, I always have to allocate for taxes, but that's not the point of this. We're just talking like personal financing, so my own personal spending. Yeah, these are my own personal spendings. So that's pretty much it on the monthly basis. I know for some people that may be a lot, may not be a lot. You guys do know that I'm on a fire journey and I am very frugal, so I'm personally happy with my numbers. I designed my life by intention, so none of these things are mistakes. None of these things are on accident. Like if I couldn't afford a bigger phone bill, I would not have gotten an iPhone. Like, does that make sense? I wouldn't live here if I couldn't afford to live here. I wouldn't go on so many holidays if I couldn't afford to. But anyway, yeah. So I'm really happy with my numbers. I personally am really, really happy with them. I'm not saying these numbers to give anyone like a comparison or any benchmarks. I'm just being transparent and sharing and hoping that, I don't know, maybe that will inspire you. I don't know. This was a video request. That's why I'm making this. Otherwise, I would not feel comfortable sharing this with you guys. It's odd because like everyone's life is so different. But anyway, so yeah, so let's talk about some bills that I don't have, again, by intention or so. So the first one is like me personally, like I don't have a hair bill, personal grooming or anything like that. I do everything myself. So I cut my own hair. I dye my own hair. The exception for that was a couple years ago. I want to say 3 years ago when I did the blonde. I went to the salon for that. Beyond that, any dyeing of hair, I do it with a box dye. I do that myself. So there's no like bill for that. Like I don't get my hair cut at the salon or anything like that. Like maybe if I'm on holiday when I'm in Taiwan, but that's not like a monthly occurrence kind of thing. I don't have any vet bills because I have chosen to not have pets. I have mentioned this in videos. I love pets, and when I fire, I probably will get a pet. But currently, I don't have a pet. If I could have a pet, I would probably have a rag doll and a chihuahua. Like, that would be me living my best life. If I could have a pet or whatever, that's what I would have. In terms of car maintenances and things like that, those are Will's expenses. Those are not my expenses. The car's under him, so that's his and his alone, I suppose. Like, I know we're a married couple and whatnot, but I'm just sharing payments that I make and payments that he doesn't make, so he makes those. In terms of grocery bill, that varies a lot from month to month. I don't know how I would necessarily consider that like a grocery bill. I don't know how I can say this in a polite way without sounding privileged. I don't look at, like, I just put everything in the cart. But again, that's by design. I have been frugal in many other areas of my life. As you guys can see on this list, I don't have a makeup budget. I don't have a clothes budget. I don't buy any of those things on an annual basis. It probably happens like, I don't know, maybe 4 times a year, that it's not a monthly occurrence. So, and I did that by design because I love food. Like, I love going out to eat. I love shopping, like food, like in a cart. Like I love being able to go to the grocery store and grab whatever I want and just put it in the cart. So there's no budget. The budget is like how many calories I can eat and will food rot. That's my budget. I don't overeat because, like, not calories, but like, how to put this? Yeah, so full transparency, I don't have a food budget. I buy whatever I want because I think food is quality of life. So yeah, there's no food budget. If I spend however much, like, okay, wonderful. And so it varies from month to month, but I think that that's fine. And I think that's pretty much it. Everything else, yeah, goes to savings. And then I just take that, which is a bigger proportion of my savings, and I just buy stocks. And I'm just, honestly, when it comes to finances, I practice minimalism in my finances. I try to keep it as like neat and clean as possible. And then, yeah, so I really hope that you guys could have enjoyed it. I tried my best to feel comfortable sharing that with you guys because it's like, it's really vulnerable sharing money with other people, like definitely for like a lot of comparisons and whatnot. But I just figured, honestly, none of these things are new to you guys. I think if you guys look at my Instagram and you look at my lifestyle, the numbers I'm sharing reflects that. So hope that you guys could have enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.